So what makes a club legend? This is really interesting, right? Because Ashley Cole has just been inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Utterly deserved. If you don't know what it is, by the way, I think it's an award inspired by awards in American sport. Hall of Fame is essentially recognising the greatest to ever do it in the Premier League. Many players have been inducted, the likes of Sergio Aguero, Patrick Vieira, many, many more, Thierry Henry, of course, and Ashley Cole's the latest to be. I'm not for 1 second going to sit here and say he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. Utterly deserved. A lot of people will argue he's the greatest left-back of all time. I'm not going to argue with them. He was a tremendous player. But I got into an interesting debate with Flex about legendary status. Have a little listen to this.
But big up Ashley Cole, man. He's
no, what a career. Like, away from all that.
I said no.
You know, you said Arsenal legend. You can't be a Chelsea legend and an Arsenal legend, in my opinion.
Of course you can. That's exactly what Ashley Cole is.
Yeah, but Arsenal
he's a Chelsea
fans won't consider
legend.
that. He's a Chelsea.
He's not an Arsenal legend.
He might be our best ever left back, but he left to go win the big honours at Chelsea. So he's not a legend to me.
He's an invincible, bro. Anyone in that invincible squad is an Arsenal. He's an Arsenal legend.
Tarnished because he went to Chelsea.
And he won a Premier League.
But he should be
How many
classed
did he win?
as a legend. I think because he was an
he
invincible.
was, and then he went, and so
he did go.
I don't
take.
I don't think I think he's a legend for.
Do you not have to love your legends? Like,
but Henry left and won the Champions League.
Yeah, good on him. Went to Barcelona.
So he's not an Arsenal legend.
No, he was there for 7 years. He went to Barcelona. Different. Okay, so my position's pretty clear, right? That was from a live show on DR Sports, the weekend roundup. We were talking, me, Abby, Robbie, and Flex, about Ashley Cole being inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. My stance was very clear. He's not an Arsenal legend. He's a Chelsea legend. When I say that, people, before you get on to me, I'm not taking anything away from his quality. I'm talking about what it is to be a legend. Robbie said something there, and don't tell the boss I said this, but Robbie said he's a legend, but it's tarnished. For me, the two things don't go. I don't think you can have a tarnished legendary status. For me, then you're just not a legend. You maybe got to a certain legendary level that, you know, maybe once upon a time would have had you there, but if it's tarnished, then you're no longer one. You're no longer a legend of that club. I tried to break down here in this list, I'm going to show you right now, of things that I think contribute to being a legend. And as you can see, you know, I don't think it's like you have to hit all of these to be a legend, but I think these are things that contribute. Let's go through them. I'm going to give you some examples with them. Constantly playing at a high performance. Well, use anyone. Use any player that just did incredible things on the pitch. Thierry Henry for Arsenal, obvious one. Played for a prolonged period of time. Yeah, if they devoted years and years and years. I mean, Steven Gerrard, part of what makes him a legend for Liverpool is that he only ever played for Liverpool and then I think LA Galaxy. But like in England, he only ever played for Liverpool. And again, his quality and other things and what he achieved, but that's a terrible example. Mark Noble, maybe a better example, right? He played at a very good level, but look at the longevity and the devotion to West Ham. Club excelling in that time. You know, the club has achieved really, really great things. I think Declan Rice winning the Conference League with West Ham is a good example of that. The club excelled, achieved something incredible. He was the captain and he played a big part in that. I think breaking records, Harry Kane didn't win trophies at Tottenham. That's not me poking fun, I'm just purely stating fact. But look at the goal record, unbelievable. Along with the level of performance he delivered, breaking records like that certainly contributes to legendary status. Representing the club immaculately. Now, Ian Wright is an Arsenal legend for consistently delivering high performance, for playing for a prolonged period of time, for the club excelling in the time that he was there, for many breaking records, for many things. Declan Rice, I mentioned him earlier. Ian Wright is an Arsenal legend, but I think the way he represents the club as well is certainly a part of it. That is also a reason. The way he represents us Arsenal fans and the way he talks about the club since leaving and the way he defends us in the media and how he just is. Like, I feel like so many of us resonate with him when he speaks about Arsenal in the media. That makes him a club legend as well, and delivering crucial moments in history. Aaron Ramsey with his goals in the FA Cup finals. I don't think Aaron Ramsey's a legend. Some people think he is purely for those moments. So that is, I think, a list of things that I think contribute. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything. But I think that all contributes to being a legend of a football club. So if we try and take this to Ashley Cole then, because a lot of you will be saying, Ashley Cole hit so many of those things for Arsenal. And I'm saying, yeah, but he left and he did so many of these things for Chelsea. And for me, you can't be a legend of both. But something that will soften the blow for those defending Ashley Cole, saying he is a club legend, will lean on this David Dean quote to TalkSport. Here's what he said. He said, "We should never have lost him, in my opinion. His contract came up for renegotiation and we didn't offer him the right sort of money, and Chelsea did. There was this clandestine meeting. I got a call one day from a journalist from the News of the World, and he said, 'We've got a hot story off the press that your player's being tapped up by Chelsea. I think you should come and see us.' So I went down to the offices and they said there's a signed statement from the waiter in the hotel where Ashley Cole was meeting Chelsea and he was an Arsenal fan. The waiter clearly. And he gave the story to the News of the World and they broke it there and then. That really was the end of that there, and it was a great shame as Ashley was homegrown. He was an Arsenal boy and I regret that we didn't do enough at the time to keep him at the club. It was also when we were talking about building the stadium and finance intentions were raging about how we were going to finance the new stadium. We were watching every penny and consequently we didn't do enough to keep him, and I regret that in hindsight. So Ashley, if you're listening, I'm sorry." So that's David Dein. Now, hearing all that, a lot of Arsenal fans who are defending Ashley Cole and his legendary status at Arsenal will go, "See, it wasn't, he's apologising to him, David Dein. It's not his fault. We should have kept him. We could have kept him." Cool. I understand all that. I want people to know that I don't actually hold any of this against Ashley Cole, really. I became an Arsenal fan in 2006. I didn't go through the pain of watching him leave. So for me, it was just a case of, you play for Chelsea and I've seen you do incredible things for Chelsea. And because of that, and he's arguing, I think he's won more trophies at Chelsea. He won a Champions League as well with Chelsea. Okay, the Invincibles is his greatest achievement. He did that with Arsenal. But I just don't think you can be a legend of both. And that brings me on to some good examples. I mean, Ashley Cole's one of them. What about Carlos Tevez? Winning the Champions League with Man United, winning the double that season. Was it 2007, 2008? I can't remember what season it was. But that famous front three with Rooney and Ronaldo. Winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League as well. I think winning 3 Premier Leagues in a row. He was a part of that, Carlos Tevez. And then he goes and joins Man City. That's crazy, right? And then he wins the title with them, being a part of the team that nicked it from Man United's grasp with seconds to go. Surely United fans won't say that Carlos Tevez is a United legend despite what he achieved, the incredible levels he performed at and the moments of United's history he played a part in. It's a great one. Let me know, United fans, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments below. Is Tevez a legend? Arsenal fans, is Ashley Cole a legend? I think you can be a legend for 2 clubs. I just don't think you can do it in the way Tevez and Cole did it. Now, they are different, don't get me wrong. They are different. But Declan Rice, for example, I think he can retire a West Ham and Arsenal legend. If he goes and wins the Premier League and all the Champions League with Arsenal, wins many more trophies, he can be a West Ham and Arsenal legend because there's not that fury between fans, although this summer you'd think there was. But there's no great rivalry there. Yes, both from London, but there's no real hatred. West Ham have sort of more bigger rivalries with other London clubs. It was a clear step up, with all due respect to West Ham fans. Insert, we won the Conference League, we won a European trophy here, cool. But I don't know, I think everyone could stomach that, and I think West Ham fans, unless they just hated him for leaving, could understand that move to a degree. Some didn't, but everyone's different. So I'm just of the opinion that it's not all about achievements of what you've done. I think everything that goes on outside of what you've done for that club matters and plays a part too. I think you've got to love your legends. And Arsenal fans might love what Ashley Cole did for Arsenal, but they won't love what he did for Chelsea. And if it's tainted, then that's a part of it. I think you've got to love your legends. I love Thierry Henry. I love Dennis Bergkamp. I love Tony Adams. I love Ian Wright. I love Arsene Wenger. I love, and list more. I love these people that I've seen give so much to my club, and it's not tainted. They didn't do it somewhere else. If one of the things out of my criteria was super high level of performance, right? Van Persie and Fabregas played to world-class levels for Arsenal. So if they had stayed at Arsenal, even without winning the major honours, I think they'd have gone down as Arsenal legends for pure longevity and quality of performance. But they don't go down as Arsenal legends. They left. And one went directly to Man United, one went to Barcelona, wanted to come back, ended up at Chelsea. And I don't hold it against them. They went and won the trophies they wanted to win and needed to win. But they're not legends. They're not, surely not. So, and by the way, I love Fabregas, right? I idolised him growing up. And I don't hold it against him, he played for Chelsea. But we're talking about the criteria to be a legend. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. What makes a legend? Do you have to love your legend? Can you be a legend of two big clubs who have actually competed against each other? And yeah, what do you think generally about this whole debate? It's a little bit like the world-class debate, that really it's about everyone's criteria and how you feel about it, and really it doesn't really matter. I think with legendary status it's slightly different. I think it does matter. I think you know when someone's a club legend. If there's a debate around it, then they're probably not. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comment section below. And I just want to say a really big thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, actually hit the links right here to watch more content like this, including my Football First podcast, which drops every Monday to Friday at 6 AM. And I know it's annoying, I am really sorry to have to ask, but if you want to show support to the channel, hitting the like and subscribe buttons help promote the content much more than you could possibly know. Thanks again.